Now, while this figure dries, I want to show you another type of figure that I call a closed configuration type of figure. And I have here, let me get my clamp. We're going to set our Marcus Allen figure right there. He's going to be the inspiration to this guy right here. This figure right here is a Buzzball cover corner. Although the figure it's open, his arms are spread out, extended forward. But notice the crouching, the stooping, how the figure stoops down. See? Things are a little bit closer in. So you got to be very careful when using your brush on this type of figure. There are other figures that are very close, like their arms are close to their bodies, things of that nature. See? So this is what I call a closed configuration type of figure. You see? This is the Buzzball cover corner. I have another figure I like to show you that I think would help to explain what I'm talking about. And let's see what we got here. Just going through my teams here. This one is really a tight figure here. This figure is the Buzzball wide receiver 2 figure. Notice how close the arms are to the body of the figure. This is a closed configuration figure. Look at the legs in relation to the torso. Now see this area right here, this is the left leg of the figure. You can easily get to that and get your brush on it. But in here, the chest area, see that figure is very difficult to get to. A lot of times I modify this figure whenever I get a chance. So you see this guy now, this is the original. This is how it comes out the bag when you buy your figures from Buzzball. So what I do with the figure, I move the arms out of the way, so that way I can get into the figure to paint it. Now don't get me wrong, I can paint this figure too, but it's just so much easier when the arms aren't in the way. So now I've made that figure an open configuration type of figure. Okay, the black look like it's almost dry, except I missed a couple of spots, but for the most part you get where I'm coming from, right? You see? So again, for you first time painters, this is the figure that you want to practice on. So some of you may ask the question, well, after I paint the figure and after I practice on it, and I mess it up, what do I do? Well, you saw the refurb video, right? Take the figures after you painted them, and if you don't like what you've done, you take the figure, you drop it in the oven cleaner like I showed you, clean them off, and you start again. Take this guy from here to here and start again. And that's how you will grow in your painting skills. The first time I painted a team, I was about 11 years old. I had the red and yellow electric football figures. I had painted some 49ers and some Rams in their both their dark jerseys. Back then I had a thing for teams with dark jerseys. I didn't like the white jersey teams. And they didn't turn out well. And ever since then I hadn't painted ever again until I got grown. I started playing the hobby again. So I went back I tried to paint, and then I got myself to a point where now I can paint my own teams. Still waiting for that black to dry. Let me reach over here and grab this figure. Here is one of my Carolina Panthers. Notice the symbol on the helmet. Simply a dot. Painted in light blue jersey, silver pants. By the way, this folk art silver is the silver I used to do the pants on this team, on that figure. Let's see what else I got while I'm still waiting for that paint to dry. Let's see what we got. And here we go. This is my Marshall Faulk figure. I painted this figure years ago. I leave it sitting in my box and I pull it out. Pull it out when I want to play with my Rams. Now the symbol on this helmet, I was able to capture that ram horn. See? Whole uniform, hand painted. It's my Ram figure here. And I got other teams also. Let's see what we got. And I figured while we're waiting for that black and silver to dry before I go to the pants, I'll just take you around my experience, my painting experience. And this is my Joe Montana the Catch figure. No face mask, no decal except the typical standard number that comes off the strip. I painted a SF on the helmet. See? And if you look at the stripes, requires patience. You see the white stripe, but under it there's a red stripe. Paint the red stripe first. Well, of course you gotta paint the pants first, right? That's the mustard gold pants, the mustard yellow pants. And you paint the red stripe, right? Let it dry. And then you come on top of that red stripe with a white stripe, taking care not to cover the edges of the red stripe. You do the same thing with the helmet. See? Joe Montana figure. So this is the 49ers. I painted. I have another set of, I got two other sets of 49ers. I got the Steve Young 49ers. And I got the Blaine Gabbert 49ers. Okay, it looks like this black is dry now. Go to touch it. This apple barrel paint dries rather fast. And this black, I would put a second coat on it, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move back. I'm going to go back to my silver paint now. I'm going to drop my brush and my cleaner. And again, like I said in the earlier video, you don't need a big brush like that. not for these figures. Gonna clean off the brush here. All right. We move to our pants. Now, although this Raider team only has one stripe on the pants leg, on each pants leg, and one on the helmet, you gotta be very careful when you go into your striping. Just something I would pass on to you as I'm doing these pants. Okay, so I'm gonna lay our brush down. Now we know that at the top of the calf area where the sock top goes, we know that's going to be black, right? So if you get a little silver, if you get some color down there on that part of the pants, don't worry about it, because again, remember, we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to cover that area. And you want to take care when you're painting your pants, right? At the small of the waist, where the bottom of the jersey meets the top of the pants, you don't want to go too high, or else you'll go into painting, putting paint on the jersey, see? And of course you don't want to miss, because then you'll have that space where the white plastic is still showing. You want to cover the entire figure. The entire figure with paint. And going back to the stripes. Before you can put those stripes on the pants, you gotta let the pants dry. You gotta make sure you have all the coats of paint that you intend to put on those pants or any other area of the figure before you move on to the next piece, next part of the paint job. Alright, and you still see the front is still white, right? The back is silver. Looks like the camera is picking it up. Okay, so we're gonna come to the front, and again, you gotta make sure that you don't go too high, or else you'll put paint on the jersey. And then from where I'm sitting at and how I'm holding the figure, the left leg area, I can't see it from here because I gotta hold the figure into the camera for you, so bear with me. But for the most part, because this is a Haiti Repro blocker figure, open configuration, see? I could pretty much paint this figure blind almost. Make sure we cover every inch of the figure in this area regarding the pants. One thing you want to keep in mind, in the crotch area on the underside of the figure, right in here. Right in here. You want to make sure you touch that area, because you know a lot of guys, when they first learn how to paint, you can always ding them on that area. If you turn the figure over and look inside that crotch area, you'll see a spot that was missed. Okay, so we're gonna get our silver on there, taking care not to get any of it on the black jersey. And so far it looks like it's coming to life, you see? So we got the silver helmet, black jersey, silver pants. And all we have to do next really is do the black sock top. Before I go to the sock top, just like the stripes, I like to wait for that paint to dry. Now while that paint is drying, the silver part that is, we are going to make this guy, going to give this guy a complexion real quick. Since the black is dry on the jersey and the silver is dry on the helmet, I'm going to make this guy somebody. So I have here a tan paint by Model Master. Okay. Also got tan paint from, this is Testors. Very good paint, very inexpensive. Maybe $1.29 per bottle. By the way, Model Masters requires a little bit more money. Sometimes these bottles can range between $2 and $3. Other paints, again, you go to Craft Smart. This is a tan. Well, this tan I use for if I wanted to do like a maybe like, let's say if I was painting a Tony Gonzalez figure, former tight end for the Falcons. This would be the complexion I would use for him. Okay. So let's see here. We're gonna make this Raider. We're gonna make him a white guy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my Model Masters. It's called Radom Tan. I'm gonna open this jar up. And this Model Masters paint, you gotta stir it because the oil rises to the top, and you want to get that good mix there. Stir it up. Okay. And this Model Masters, all you need is one coat with this. This paint is very rich. Very rich. And you can tell the difference if you paint your entire figure with it. Like if you paint it like a, let's say if you had if you were using a white paint from Model Masters and you painted a uniform in white on white, the white comes out very smooth, very clean looking. Okay. So now, the face of the figure, you want to put your brush in there and get it around the under part of the chin. But I'm gonna do the arm first because that's a larger area on the figure, and it shows up, and it'll show up really good in the camera here, and you'll see the difference between that and the jersey. So I come right over top the black jersey, right where the arm is. You see it already, don't you? Let's go across, let's go down the front. Just a little bit. This paint's very smooth, so it will, if you're not careful, it will run if you put too much on your brush. So you want to dab it in a little bit, and I paint all the way under the arm there. I go all the way to the armpit where it meets the side of the figure. Okay. You see the difference already? See the black jersey in contrast to the arm? Now this black is showing up through this tan Model Master paint. So yeah, you might have to use a second coat. So I'm gonna move over to the other arm here. We're gonna get that. So meanwhile, the figure is still drying. Gonna go under here. So the figure is coming together nicely as an Oakland Raider. Okay. And I tend to use flat color paints for my skin complexion and for my jerseys. This Raider jersey, this black jersey, was done in flat black. And I like for the helmet to be done in gloss paint. Make sure we got a straight line there. Now, although I didn't do the face yet, you see how the arms contrast with the jersey? You see that? So then with the face area, just take the brush and wipe it in the little cut there. Just a little dab more under the neck area. Okay. There's the face and the arms. And the silver on the pants. Starting to come through. Looking good. Almost there. We almost got ourselves an Oakland Raider.